Yeah, I know. I said I wasn't only, I was only going to do one video today. But, here's number 2. So, going back to the car I traded for this van, right? The kid that has the car now come back over here a while ago and told me he needed me to go with him to fill out the paperwork so he can get a new title. I said, yeah, that's cool, but you're not doing it today, because he waited until 5:30. I don't know about y'all, but somebody sits there and, tries to argue with you about what time something opens, what time something closes, or what have you, and you show them and they still don't believe you. I don't know if it's because he can't understand English or he just don't want to understand English. Or somebody's trying to buy the car from him and he's trying to hurry up and get the title done, or what, you know what I mean? So, I was nice. I said, alright, look, I'll go down there with you and show you this fucking place is closed. So, they have a baseball game today, guys. Iowa Cubs, hoo-hoo. And when the Iowa Cubs play, it gets packed downtown. No matter if it's Friday or what, it gets packed. I've never been to a minor league game or even a major league game, so I don't know shit about them. One of these days I might go down there, I don't know. Maybe even film it, if I can. I don't know. Especially if I figure out how to pause this damn thing. But yeah, so I took him down there. Had to walk him to the door. Pull on the door to show him it was closed. Even though we was using the translation on his phone, he still didn't understand what the hell I was saying. So, then he tried to tell me there was another one. I'm like, no, there's not. There's only one in Polk County that I know of that you can get titles transferred. So, I told him, I said, you get the paperwork, I'll fill it out, and you can just take it in. No big deal. I'll even write you a bill of sale or whatever. I don't give a shit. Get it out of my name. I'm just trying to help the kid out, and I think he needs to bring somebody that speaks English with him so he understands what the hell I'm talking about. So, there's an update for you on that. Update on my interview today, which I knew was going to happen, especially with my resume. I don't understand it, but whatever. It is what it is, They own the company, I don't. I mean, I understand at a certain point, don't get me wrong. You don't want to sit there and waste your time, hire somebody, get them through all the bullshit, and then they quit because they find something that pays more, right? Right now, I really don't fucking care. That's not the point, The point is putting money back into my pocket and keeping gas in the van. And if parts come up to where I have to buy parts for the van, I can do it. You know what I mean? So I went for the interview at this place, and they said, I'm sorry, sir, but you're overqualified for what we need. I don't see anybody banging down the door to come to work for these people. So, and I asked him, I said, you know, I don't know what my qualifications has to do with anything when you got somebody here that's willing to work whatever hours you want me to work. As long as I got a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks, who fucking cares? I didn't use that language, but I wanted to. So, needless to say, I didn't get that job either. It is what it is. I don't understand it, but whatever. You know, I think what it is they want these young kids to come in there, high school kids. That way they're, you know, you're not expecting much, right? Train them, they stay for their season, and then they move on. Then they gotta train someone else. I mean, I planned on moving on anyway, but not until I had money in my pocket, tags on this van and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So, hell, that could be next spring time I get everything set up to where I can actually leave. But anywho, yeah. So, do they really want somebody to come in and come to work for them? Or is it like or is it like this, you know, you get somebody to come in and put in an application and you go, you sure you really want to work here? Let me talk you out of it. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if it was $12 an hour. You know, $12 an hour is better than what I have now, right? But nope. I had this one guy tell me one time, that the experience I had at the time, and you know, it's been years since I worked in the kitchen. There's some shit I forgot, you know what I mean? But I had this this one interview because I was going to take over this cafe in a small town because I wanted to be like Dad, you know. And so I was going to start from the bottom. You know, I mean, yeah, I could be your manager. It wouldn't matter to me. I could do it, but you wouldn't like me if I did. I'm a totally different person when it comes to that shit. But anyway, I was talking to this guy and he goes, man, you're way overqualified. And the only thing I wanted to be was, I think at the time, was a line cook. You know, make hamburgers or french fries or tenderloins, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Salad. The guy goes, you're way overqualified. I said, what does that mean? He goes, look, I'll tell you before anybody else tells you. You're wasting your time putting your applications in at these restaurants because they're not going to hire you because they're afraid you're going to take their job. I had a manager tell me this. I'm like, well, if I wanted your job and it was open, then that would be fine. But I'm not, you know, I'm not putting in for a management position. I'm putting in for just a peon, a cook, a dishwasher, whatever, you know. And he goes, still, man, with your experience, you know, my assistant manager wouldn't like it, and I sure in hell wouldn't like it if you took my job. I'm like, you're not listening, but okay. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, You guys are out there struggling and trying to get a job no matter what, unless you go to these temp services. You might get a job there. I went to one. So we got so many temp services out here. It's terrible. I went to one out here. And I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass saying I'm all that. Trust me, I'm not. You guys can tell by my videos I'm not. But I was literally told I wasn't the right, how do you say? I didn't have the right tan on my skin to work for these guys. Now to me, that's discrimination. But, you know, what are you gonna do? There ain't nobody gonna listen to you. You know. Anywho. Yeah, they told me to go to a different temp service. This was, I don't know. I first got off the road. Which I'm glad I went to a different temp service, because me and them would not work out after that conversation. I believe everybody has equal rights. That's just me. I don't believe in this racist bullshit. It's all political anyway. Now it's time to piss y'all off. So I'm sure I'm gonna piss somebody off. You know, I sit here and I watch these, what do you call them? Meetings or whatever. They're at Congress or Senate or wherever. And they bring up this transgender shit. Look, I don't care what you are. I don't. If you want to be gay, be gay. If you want to be trans, be trans. I don't care. Honestly, I don't. But don't push it down my throat. You know what I mean? Anyway, they had this guy, where was it, California? California, I think. Raped a couple of kids, girls, right? And then when he found out he was going to prison for that, he wanted to hurry up and change his identity as a woman. He's like 6'3", 6'4", or something like that. And demanded to go to a woman's prison. And this judge that is going up for to become a federal judge said that would be the right place for him. After raping girls. So, oh yeah, it'll make somebody mad. So if, do you believe that's true or not? It's your opinion. Like I said, I'm not against them, but I think some people are taking it way too far. It's just my opinion. And you know, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. So, take it as you will. I'm just curious what you guys think about that. And I'm trying not to keep, or I'm trying to keep political crap off of my channel. You know, I'd rather talk about God or my goofy brain, okay? And tell you guys what me and Bear did today, or what happened to me and Bear today, you know what I mean? None of this bullshit. But I seen that, and I guess you call it a hearing, don't you? Whatever they're doing up there, or acting like they're doing up there. What do you think would have happened if he went to a male prison? Just think about that. I am sure there's still people in male prisons that still believe in the old way. So, I don't know. It's one man's opinion to another. You guys have a blessed day. God bless you. Keep your faith. And pray for the less fortunate. I'm not talking about people in... Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about. And the lady that I watched, the older woman I watched on YouTube, God, I can't remember her name. I think she has LAV, as in Victor, in her channel name, but don't quote me. It's an... Well, I shared one of her videos anyway. But she come up with something that I do definitely agree with about these panhandlers out here. You know, you see some of them that are in a wheelchair, and then they get out of the wheelchair and then, you know, hop in a car. Or go back to their cubbyhole and they're all fine and dandy, right? One of my ex-wife's uncle lived in Council Bluffs, Iowa, or Omaha. I think it was Omaha. And he owned his own construction company, and every morning he'd pass by these two people standing on the side of the road with a sign that says "Homeless will work for food." So one morning he asked them if they really wanted to work. They go, "No, we just want the money. We don't care about it. We ain't working." So what do you think these folks out here are doing? Same thing. You know? I mean, don't get me wrong, there's probably some of them out here that actually do want to work, but I sat here, and when I was doing security work years ago, I would sit in a parking lot like I am now and watch one of those panhandlers go from where they were standing with a sign, put the sign in a Lincoln Continental, take off his dirty clothes, put on a suit, and get back in his car. Now, there's some folks out here making some damn good money doing that shit, I guess. You can afford a Lincoln Continental, and that was a newer one too, it wasn't an older one. So, just be careful who you guys help. That's all I say. Anyway, you guys have a great one. God bless you. Keep your faith. Always look up. God's always looking down. Love you.